Welcome to Quack&Co, the board game channel that's 10 minutes or less guaranteed every time. And today, we're asking the question, should you play Moonrakers from IV Studios? In this format, I'm going to give you a brief overview of the game, talk about some of the core elements or unique parts, and then discuss 3 reasons why you really should be playing Moonrakers, and 3 reasons why maybe you shouldn't be, so that you can make the best decision around what games you should get to the table with you and your gaming group. Well, that was a lot of views in a single string of sentences, and that's the case because at the end of the day, it's all about the audience. So hit that subscribe button down below and leave a comment letting us know what other games you'd like to see covered in this Should You Play series. And with that, let's talk about Moonrakers. The core elements of Moonrakers is going to be combative collaboration, deck building, a little bit of hand management, and tableau building as well. You see, the main objective of Moonrakers is to reach 10 points on the victory track. How do you earn points? Well, to earn points, you're going to be going on a series of missions here in this mission directive portfolio. Now, each of these locations, each of these missions that you could choose to engage with has a certain number of things that it requires to accomplish them. You can see down at the bottom of the card here we have 8 damage, 4 boosts, 3 shields, and 3 danger dice that are going to be involved for you to complete this mission. If you're able to play that series of cards from your hand with any modifiers that you might have from the various crew and equipments that you have, you will score 4 victory points, you will earn 6 coins, and you'll get to draw 1 card, either buffing your hand, your deck of cards, or your tableau with special unique abilities. For instance, I have some that allow me to play shields for free or draw extra cards if I don't have certain types of cards in my hand, or it gives me extra actions if it's the first card that I've played. So, that's how you score points. Now, I also said that this was a combative, collaborative game. We are fully competitive. Everyone is trying to squabble their way up to the top of the stack for those final victory points. But the way that you do that is by working together to accomplish these missions. And this is where Moonrakers steps out from its competition. Moonrakers is a game that's all about strategic negotiation, bluffing, bidding, and deciding what is worth you helping in order to move the game forward. You see, if I picked this card right here, the Elite Squadron Kill Mission, we are going to need more resources than I could contribute to accomplish this mission. So I could turn to either of my neighbors here and say, hey, I would like to invite you on this mission. Or how are you feeling about doing a little bit of damage? I would like to invite you. I will offer you 4 coins, the card, and 1 of the points, leaving me with 3 of the points and 2 of the coins. That's the balance. Then they could go back and forth, echoing if they're interested in joining, in helping, bluffing, even if they're not able to actually contribute a lot to try to get more or extra resources. And if we agree to go on the mission, we both start playing cards, figuring out what we're cycling out of our hand, generating whatever events or unique abilities we're able to get access to, and hopefully completing this. Now, I could be mean. I could reject the mission and make them go at it alone. I could legitimately have nothing to help them out with, or I could choose to cause the mission to fail. All of these have different costs and benefits, and along with that, every mission is going to have a certain number of risks. You're going to have these danger dice, and every icon on the danger die that you're not able to cover by mitigating it with a shield token is going to cost you a victory point. So even though I handed my neighbor 3 victory points, they also took all 3 danger dice, and if they can't deal with these danger dice throughout the course of play, or they roll a unluckily high number, they might not score any victory points despite them having the opportunity to do so. And I might walk away with a pile of coins, a brand new card, and I might be slightly better equipped for the next turn. That's the balance of Moonrakers. It's this constant state of leveling up your deck from the market, buying equipment and upgrades from the ship parts and attaching them to different parts of your squadron, drawing up your hand of cards, whatever your hand size is with any modifiers you have, playing those cards down in front of you, and all the time negotiating from round to round as to where you can get money, resources, cards, and most importantly, points. Until the end of the game where there's a chance you might have to face a few missions alone, doing your very best to reach those 10 points without letting the danger dice or failed missions keep you from crossing that finish line. The player who's able to cross the finish line first is going to be the winner. Now, there's one other way you could score points, and that is with these objective tokens or objective cards. Things like acquire 3 vent ship parts from your ship, or acquire 3 Magoni ship parts for your ship. Complete a contract with 2 or more hazard dice targeting you, or play at least 4 reactor cards on the same contract. These are cards that give you bonus points depending on how effectively and efficiently you complete them, and they could be that secret little weapon you have to negotiate, go with someone. Maybe your objective is to fail a mission, and if you do that effectively and efficiently, you'll benefit even if they don't. So, there we have it. The last thing I want to talk about on Moonrakers is the interesting way that you play cards from your hand. You see, you have reactors. Reactors are going to generate actions for you, and you need actions to continue playing. So with that reactor, if I play down 2 cards after that, that would be the end of my turn. Not very effective if I'm looking for a lot of damage. But if I had that reactor card, I had this boost on my ship that gives my reactor an extra activation. I would have 3. I could then grab, I'm hunting for the cards I need here, a thruster card, which would allow me to draw 2 cards up from my deck, giving me a little bit more strategic manipulation. I could pop down another reactor, generating more space. Maybe I put down a crew member who lets me negate a hazard dice, counts as a shield, lets me draw a card, and also is an additional activation spot. There's this cycle of playing down cards, playing down crew, generate activations, and drawing cards up from your deck to try to be as efficient as you can as you go through and play into this tableau. So, 3 reasons why you should consider not playing Moonrakers. Well, first off, there's a degree of randomness in the game that could be unfun for some game groups. You see, rolling the die could result in a significant amount of point loss. Not completing a mission, even though you're pretty sure you had what it took to do it, or going on a solo mission at the very end of the game when no one else wants to work with you, and just not being able to cycle through your deck well enough in order to get where you need to get. That bit of randomness can make this game have some feel-bad moments. Along with that, because this game requires strategic negotiation and collaboration between the players, the right game group is essential for a positive experience. You see, when you get to the end of this track, you're going to have to go it alone a few times, and people aren't going to want to hand you the victory, so there could be a point where you're too far in the lead and the table wants to stop working with you. And there also could be a point where you say you're going to go help someone and you don't, and they're legitimately frustrated with you because you lied straight to their face. You bluffed for your own reward. If that's the type of game you like, this game would be great for you, but it is something to be cautious of or wary of. Along with that, if you play this game a lot, the cycle at the start of the game of buying certain gear, upgrades, cards can start to feel a bit samey. You start with the same deck, there's no asymmetric powers in the game, with a few unique missions, but overall, very similar set of objectives. And so the real charm of the game comes with the negotiation around the table. The game plays best at 4, well at 3, and really not recommended at most other player counts. So there's 3 reasons why you might want to consider not playing it. But Moonrakers. Moonrakers for a bluffing kind of collaborative game is absolutely incredible if you have the right group. 4 people sitting around the table bidding, negotiating, and cutting people out of deals or stabbing them in the back halfway through a mission is amazing and so rewarding. Along with that, when you're finally able to go on a mission by yourself, it feels good to cycle through your entire deck of cards. Let me tell you, while these, like I said, can start to feel the same as you see repeat cards come out time and time again, they feel unique and powerful and fun to play with, and the combinations you can mix together really are a blast. And then finally, I would say that the introduction of objectives and the opportunity to go on solo missions and really squeeze out that final victory does lead to some really fun moments at the end, where you either make it right there to 10, crawling your way up the stack, or you roll, well, a roll like that would have been fantastic, but I was really going to say, or you roll 6 hazard dice, only generate 2 shields, and watch yourself plummet from the top of the charts down to the bottom, where maybe you start negotiating again. Overall, this is an extremely fun game with the right player count and the right context. Along with that, depending on the group that you have, it could run a little bit long, but there are ways to mitigate that. Understanding the culture, the dynamic, and what you're playing is essential to enjoying Moonrakers. So when you start your teach, make sure you let people know you have to work together to make it to the top. And the point of the game isn't to constantly stab each other in the back. It's to collaborate, upgrade, develop, and then finally, when the time comes, head on a mission on your own, and, well, close the door. And I believe that's my time.